Picture this. You open your eyes for the first time, except you can't. You're blind, deaf, and helpless. You weigh less than a carton of milk, yet the universe expects you to grow into a 300-kilo apex predator. No pressure, right? Welcome to the life of a tiger. Majestic, iconic, terrifying. But secretly, a life packed with struggle. Being born a tiger isn't the glamorous royal existence we imagine. It's more like being dropped into the Hunger Games. But you can't even see your opponents at first. Tigers have inspired myths, been painted on flags, and turned into mascots for everything from breakfast cereal to sports teams. But behind the stripes is a story of survival that few really know. Today we're going to follow a tiger's life on Oaoi, from its fragile beginning to its last days in the wild. Along the way, you'll learn fascinating facts, see the harsh struggles of survival, and maybe even laugh at a few nerdy jokes. Because, let's face it, when you've only got 4,800 wild tigers left in the world, sometimes humor helps us cope. Tiger mothers are pregnant for about 105 days, that's just over 3 months. And when the cubs arrive, they're born in secret dens, often caves or thick grass. At birth, they're blind, their ears sealed, and they weigh around 1 kilogram. To put that in perspective, that's lighter than some laptops, and definitely lighter than your average snack binge during exam season. The mother usually has 2 4 cubs, but here's the heartbreaking part, only about half survive. Why? Everything is a threat. Jackals, pythons, even male tigers can kill cubs. And if prey is scarce, the weakest cubs may be abandoned. Being born a tiger means rolling the dice with fate. And those dice are heavily weighted against you. Fun thought. If human babies were like tiger cubs, imagine the first year. Half the neighborhood wouldn't make it. And instead of a crib, you'd be hidden in a bush while your mom hunted groceries. For the cubs that survive, the next stage is jungle school. Mom is the sole provider. Tigers are solitary, so there's no dad in the picture. She teaches them to stalk by crawling low in the grass, to listen to every rustle, and to use those massive paws. Play fighting with siblings? That's not play, that's training for real battles later. Sibling rivalry here isn't about who got the bigger slice of cake. It's literally about practicing survival skills. By 18-24 months, the cubs are almost full-sized, and then comes the tough love moment. Mom kicks them out. Unlike lions who live in family prides, tigers are loners. Once grown, they must find their own territory, which can stretch over 4,100 square kilometers depending on prey availability. Finding territory is like house hunting in an overcrowded city. Except your realtor is another tiger who may kill you if you trespass. Let's talk about hunting, the most romanticized part of a tiger's life. Nature documentaries show them as perfect hunters, but reality is way less glamorous. A tiger's success rate is about 1 in 10 to 1 in 20 hunts. That's like failing 19 exams just to pass one. And they need to succeed often enough to eat around 40 kilos of meat in a sitting, then rest for days. They mostly prey on deer, wild boar, and sometimes even buffalo. But each hunt is energy intensive. A single failed sprint can burn thousands of calories. One unlucky streak, and the mighty tiger can starve. The irony? Being the top predator doesn't mean life is easy. It means every meal is a gamble. Think about it. Humans invented pizza delivery. Tigers invented try 20 times and hope for the best. I think we know who's smarter in the long run. Now let's sprinkle in some amazing tiger trivia. Every tiger's stripe pattern is unique. Wildlife biologists actually use stripe recognition, like we use fingerprints. Their tongues are covered in sharp papillae, tiny spines that can strip flesh clean off bone. Imagine sandpaper, but with an appetite. A tiger's night vision is 6 times stronger than ours. Basically, they have built-in night vision goggles. Batman would be jealous. Unlike most cats, tigers love water. They can swim across rivers more than 6 kilometers wide. So yes, if you thought you could escape a tiger by swimming, think again. And their roar, it can be heard from 3 kilometers away. That's nature's version of a do not disturb sign, but louder. In culture, tigers are everywhere. They're symbols of strength in Asia, national animals in countries like India, Bangladesh, and South Korea, and feature in countless folktales. But sadly, our fascination hasn't saved them. From poaching for skins and body parts to forests shrinking under bulldozers, humans have brought tigers closer to extinction. Today, we've lost over 95% of their historic range. Imagine your home reduced to just one room. That's what tigers are dealing with. Here's something people don't talk about. Being a tiger is lonely. Once grown, they live alone, patrolling massive territories. They only meet others to mate or fight. No pack, no pride, no buddies to hang out with. It's a solitary life where every rival is a threat. You might call it independent. I call it the world's deadliest introvert. If a tiger makes it to old age and about 10-15 years in the wild, life doesn't get easier. Teeth wear down, joints stiffen, hunting becomes harder. Old tigers often resort to livestock near villages, which puts them in conflict with humans. And sadly, many are killed as problem animals. It's a harsh end for a once powerful predator. No retirement plans, no pensions, just the unforgiving law of the jungle. So let me ask you, if you could switch lives with a tiger for one day, would you? Power, beauty, strength, but also hunger, solitude, and danger. Would you trade comfort for claws? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to see what you think. The life of a tiger is one of the greatest paradoxes in nature. They're the strongest cats, yet fragile in number. They're feared, yet vulnerable. From being born blind and helpless, to fighting every day for survival, to facing extinction because of us. Their story is epic, tragic, and inspiring all at once. And maybe there's a lesson here. Strength isn't about having no struggles. It's about enduring them. Even the king of the jungle must fight for every meal, every day. And if the tiger can endure, maybe so can we. If you enjoyed this journey, hit like, share it with a fellow wildlife lover, and subscribe for more stories from the wild. The more we understand these animals, the better chance we have of keeping their roar alive. Because in the end, the tiger story isn't just theirs, it's ours too. For more such content, follow Mindrix.